If you're looking to start up or scale up a property portfolio, create generational wealth and passive income, the fastest way to do that, hands down, is by deal sourcing. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the single most powerful thing you can use and do. It's a tool, by the way, what you can adopt into becoming a deal sourcer and adopt into building your own portfolio. This tool and this free software I'm going to share with you is an absolute game changer. And before you run off thinking, hang about, I don't want to be a deal sourcer, did you know there's 3 different types of deal sourcer? There is side hustle deal sourcer, there is portfolio builder, and arbitrage. And what we're going to do is identify what's the right style for you, because side hustle is extra income for no extra work. And I'll explain a little bit more on that in a minute, so make sure you carry on watching. But let's find out which is the right style for you, and let's help you grow your portfolio at a quicker pace than you are already. So I'm Harvey, the remote property investor, and in my first 5 years of investing, I've done 5 property deals as a part-time investor, struggling, thinking, how do I grow a portfolio bigger? And I made 4 changes to go from 5 deals in 5 years to nearly 50 deals in 2 years. And that was by educating myself. I paid for education as well, because when you pay attention. Think of how many of these YouTube videos you watched and thought, I should act on that, and don't. When you pay, you've got high probability of acting. The next thing was I started doing the BRR strategy, where I recycled my cash. So you can watch a video here about BRR if you don't understand what that is. The next thing I've done was add deal sourcing to the strategy, what we're going to talk about today. And the fourth thing I've done was I started documenting my journey on social media, building an online profile. And the more I created an online profile and documented what I was doing, the more deals I found to give to investors, the more investors I found for deals, the more agents I connected with, the more JVs I got. It just expanded my business tenfold. So, but mixing them all together is what shifted me on at a really rapid pace. So going back to the different levels of deal source, so not everybody should be a portfolio builder. So what I've done, the circumstances suited, I was self-employed. So it suited me in the circumstances and the timing where I was in the market in my career with no kids to be a portfolio builder. So this is where you do everything end to end. You find the investors, you find the builders, you find the agents, you manage the properties, you manage the refurbs, you look for the deals. It's a higher fee, but a lot more work, and definitely not for everybody, not suited for everybody. Side hustle, where everybody should be, is when you find deal source already has got a large list, and you find them deals and they send them to their list and you get commission from them. That is, everybody should do that. Even one of the things, I left loads of money on the table by not doing this early on in my journey. So I'm in Teesside and I wasn't interested in HMO student HMOs. And at the time, because the area doesn't suit single lets and what I was interested in, all the deals that come to me via agents, I just said no to. What I should have done is partnered with somebody in the area that done that, them style deals, and give them all these off-market deals that the agents were offering me, and took commission from them selling it. I've left tens of thousands of pounds on the table, and I could kick myself, but hindsight's beautiful. So no matter whether you're going to be a full-time deal sourcer or any sort of deal sourcer, you want to be doing side hustle level, because to get deals, you need to build a pipeline. So how you get deals, when we was doing like sort of, my aim was buy 1 a month for myself and buy 1 a month for it, 1 to 2 a month for investors. And to do 2 to 3 properties per month, what we need to do is look at 10 properties per month. So to inbound, like, think of it a pipeline. I'll put a picture up here. Think of it like a pipeline. You turn the tap on, and week 1, not many people will sell to you their property on week 1. 90% of property transactions get done via an estate agent. So no matter how good your off-market strategy is, there's only 10% of people that will sell it off market. So once you're exhausted at 10%, you've got no other option but to go to agents. But if you get the right relationship with agents, you can get them off market before they hit the market. But the reality is, most deals that come to the market via agents are overpriced, because agents are competing against other agents to get the instruction. And to compete against other agents to get the instruction, what they do is they pretend it's worth 5, 10, 15 grand more than it really is, just to get them to sign on with them. And then they batter them down over the week saying, oh, I'm surprised it's not sold. Do you want to think of a price reduction? So most people will put the property on the market at a higher price. Or even if the agent's not push them up. Think about it. I'm trying to sell my car at the moment. I've put it on for the highest price I think it's worth. Now, when I've got no sale off it, I've dropped the price. And people's expectations move. But at the start, most people want to see if they can get the maximum, unless they're super motivated. But most sellers are not. There's only a small percentage of super motivated sellers. And as I said, if you want to scale portfolio, you've got to go outside of the motivated sellers as well. But motivation shifts the longer it sits on the market. So think of it again. Look at this sort of chart, this pipeline. Week 1, week 2, week free. If you touch base with the agent week 1 and you just show me you're interested, look, it don't work for us, these are numbers we'd pay for it, we're not going to embarrass anybody, try giving a low offer and peeing them off basically. We'll keep in contact. If you can't sell it, we might be interested. You plant a seed of expectation what you'd want to pay for it. You then let that go over the weeks. You keep in contact with them. Hey, I still see it's on the market. It's not sold yet. Are they thinking about a price reduction yet? And guess what? As soon as they do think about price reduction, who's the first person fresh on their mind? You. So to build a portfolio, and if you want to do 1 deal per month, and if you don't, even to build your own portfolio, it usually takes about 8 to 12 weeks to get your first deal. So the last thing you want to do is every time you want to buy a new deal is turn that tap on again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you might get a deal within a week or 2, but often it's all in the follow-up, touching base with them. Even direct-to-vendor stuff, they often want more money than you're willing to pay, so you just follow up with them until they can't sell it anymore, then you're in a position to buy it. So you've got to build this pipeline if you want to build your own portfolio. This is why side hustle deal sourcing is an absolute no-brainer, an extra income with no extra effort. So when you side hustle deal source, basically, and give it to somebody else. You're doing this to look for your own portfolio anyway. And there'll be more deals that come through that if you do this correctly, consistently, inbounding at least 10 deals per week, there'll be more deals than you can fund or we want, or like in the example I said earlier on, that doesn't suit your strategy that you're doing. And then you pass it up to somebody else, they take on, they find the investor, they deal with the agents and solicitors, you just take commission from it. So everybody should be side hustle deal sourcers. As I said, portfolio builders, not everybody, and arbitrage is where you will find an investor for a deal sourcer, but you need a big platform. Again, not for everybody. Not everybody's got the effort to go out and build a massive audience and build the traffic in and the funnels in to drive people through for other deal sources. So finding the deals is what everybody should be. Look, I'm a bit of all three. In my businesses, if you're going to be all three, great, but the best place to start is by being side hustle, because you can leverage other people's knowledge, their credibility. You can document what you're doing as you're going along and slowly build out your own investors, your own momentum and your own experience. Because, be honest, most people shouldn't be portfolio building if you've got no experience anyway, because you're not going to know how to quote a job correctly and manage them correctly, and it's a bit dangerous unless you're doing it for a lower fee, which is a video for another day. But anyway, I promise to share you a tool with this anyway. The main skill that you need to learn is analyzing deals, and no matter if you're buying for yourself or you're buying for investors, side hustling, arbitrage, whatever that is, you need to know how to analyze deals. And this software called Lendlord is a phenomenal tool to analyze deals. It not only analyzes the numbers, it can tell you what the lending options are on the deal. It can also tell you data around the area on the postcode. And if you do buy the deals and keep them yourself, you can manage them, your portfolio within there. So let's jump in and have a look at property data. So sign up for a free account. In the description, we'll put a link in. This is absolutely free. There is an advanced version, which is only £12 a month as well, by the way. But how Lendlord learn their money is by their lenders. They are actually bridging lenders, and they get a fee from some of the other major lenders for driving traffic through them. But the free version of this is phenomenal. You can still manage your portfolio and analyze deals and everything. But if you want the perks, it's £12 a month, which is an absolute steal. Also in the comments, I'll give you a link to a free training that I've done with Aviram, a deeper dive training on that. So have a look in the comments for your free account. And if you go on that free training, demonstration of it with me and Aviram, the CEO, co-founder, you'll get free 3-month trial of the extended version. So click the link below. But this is it. So this is how quickly, if you put a postcode in here, again, it'll find a postcode up. It'll ask you different ones, the different properties are looked at. But you put a postcode in here, straight away, this will find it'll find out information about the area. So it will give you postcode information here, so you can do some statistics around that. Because when you send a deal over to anybody, or if you buy it yourself, you need to know a little bit about the area and the statistics. So if we click on there, we can have 5-year growth, analytics of local crime, and just a load of information at the click of your fingers. But more importantly, just by clicking in a few numbers here, look, if you put in purchase price, estimated rent, estimated refurb, the closing cost, and closing cost is your legals basically, and the property and valuation. What this will do then is straight away tell you how much money you're going to earn per year. And again, you can come down here and play around with the mortgages. So this is at 5% at the moment. Typical mortgage at time of recording is what you can get. It may change, but just play around with it. At the top as well, you can just jump straight up to here and say, is there finance options on here? What are the bridging options? So because of the low value of this particular deal, they're not matching it with a lender at the moment. But again, this is the bridging at 0.8% arrangement fee. So this will give you an idea what your lending will be on this as well. And also it gives you long-term metrics and assumptions. So on the long term, you can say, what do you think the occupancy rate will be? What do you think the annual appreciation will be? This gives you an estimate based on past. So you might think, okay, for me in the Northeast, the last 10 years has not done nothing, but there's loads of infrastructure that's come into the area like they did in Manchester in like around 2015. So I believe the future of the Northeast is going to be very different from the last 10 years. So if you think your area is slightly different, you can have a look at the appreciation, play around with these figures, and it'll give you long-term assumptions, cash on cash investment, how much you earn the first year. Like it really gives you good detail. And also you can then build this out into reports, which you can give over if you're side hustle selling these onto other investors, or if you've got your own investors, no matter what level you're at, or even if you're arbitragers, said no matter what level of deal source you're at, this tool will dramatically help what you're going to do. Back when I was doing we still deal source, so just not at the same volume. I've got other business interests now. But when I was buying 2 to 3 properties per month, if I had this tool, that would have gone up from 2 to 3 per month to 3 to 4, maybe even 5 per month, because we could have churned out the analyzation of these so much quicker. So fantastic tool. As I said, click the link below to get the free version, and also to get free 3 months extended trial if you want that. There's a few major metrics that you want to keep in mind when analysing a deal. Obviously, what the comparable prices are of other properties that sold in the area, but also refurbishment cost is one that you really need to understand. So if you want to go deep into refurbishment costs, watch this video here. And a massive thank you for supporting me on this channel. My wife's living my terms. My mission is to help as many people live on their terms using education as a tool to do that. So smash that like button, subscribe button, and bell icon if you haven't already. Please share it to somebody you think you'll find valuable. Love to hear in the comments below what sort of deal sourcer you are, if you've ever thought about being a side hustle deal sourcer. But remember, if you don't evolve your ideas, you're never going to live on your own terms. So evolve your ideas, live on your own terms, and have an amazing day.